Do you practice with your carry gun?
All right, hey gang, want to talk with you a little bit about carry guns and why you should practice with it. So if you think about it, you're gonna actually spend more time with that carry firearm on your waist, on your person, than you would with your tactical gear. I mean, unless you're the type of person that runs around with tactical gear all the time, every day, which you'd be weird. But most of us don't. So therefore, you're gonna actually have more time with that carry gun. So it's actually more important to practice with that carry gun than it is, say, to get time on that tactical gun. So as you can see, I'm demonstrating what you would look like with tactical carry, but Brendan is demonstrating what he runs on the daily. So Brendan, why don't you talk about the time that you spend with that firearm versus with your rig like this?
Yeah, of course. So during the hotter times of the year, right, I typically would sometimes carry a smaller firearm.
Sure,
like
we all do.
55 XL. Majority of the time, I'm finding myself driving around, being in the world with this gun more than this gun, right here. So, but at one point in time, I did find myself practicing more with my main gun, right, that I carry, right, the bigger one, than it is with the smaller one. And then my gun, actually, you know what, it was my mistake. I forgot my lock, right? At the time, I locked up my gun. I forgot the key to it, and I was forced to hang out with my friends and shoot with my carry gun.
Yep.
And you know what? I didn't perform as good as I thought it would.
Because you weren't used to it.
I wasn't used to it. There was more recoil, and the gun didn't feel the same, right? I was practicing with a Glock, and then I was carrying a SIG. That doesn't really translate as well as, you think it is. So practicing with carrying a gun is definitely important. So now I do dedicate about 50 rounds, right, to my carry gun every month. Now, it's definitely not as much as we shoot with our main guns, clearly because we're instructors, but as if you carry a separate gun from your primary gun, right, like a secondary backup.
Like your training firearm. If you carry a different firearm than your range firearm,
you should 100% practice with a smaller gun or your, carry gun. Because it could just be a Glock 17 is your primary, and then you carry a Glock 26 and you call it good. It's not. There's a difference in the recoil, and it's pretty obvious when when we see you not practice with it.
Just because it's a shorter version of the same doesn't mean it's the same.
Or if you're a Californian and your California special is the Glock 19 for like 80% of the year, and then you pull out your shield for the 20% and you never shoot your shield.
Right.
Well,
that's a different gun.
That's a different gun.
And it runs differently.
Yep, 100%.
So just a little public service announcement. To make sure that you are training with your carry firearm probably the same, if not more, than your range firearm. So, little tidbit for there.